these I could not resist. They weren't very expensive. They were only about 300 yen each. And these are tiny little parcels, and the idea is inside them they have little gemstones shaped like little Totoro, and you know, each colour gemstone means a different thing, that kind of thing. But I could not resist. I thought these would be fantastic sort of little presents for my friends over the year. And just look at how adorable they are, like how lovingly packaged they are. So cute. So I couldn't resist. So I bought a whole bunch of these. I haven't opened one up yet because they're so cute. I don't want to do it. And the wrapping paper is amazing. On which note, speaking of paper, nice segue there, one of the things I couldn't resist is I do a lot of origami, and the main thing I make are kind of origami cranes. If you watch the live stream, you probably saw me make a couple in my second live stream with Simon and Hannah. And I spotted this and I could not resist. It's a pack of Studio Ghibli Totoro origami paper, and you know, there's 5 designs of it. I don't know what I'm gonna make with this yet. You know, I'm gonna learn how to make these little boxes, like kind of gift boxes, and make it with that. To be honest, I don't know if I want to use it. It's so cute and really good quality paper as well. So I can't wait to make something out of that. That is probably one of my favourite purchases, along with all the other origami paper. I've spent a lot of money on origami paper. Another thing I bought, which is absolutely fantastic, are these Studio Ghibli Totoro chopsticks. I can't wait to eat a bowl of noodles with these. Also, on the note of paper, I've got this card from the Studio Ghibli Museum. Now, this is actually a photo of one of the stained glass windows they have in the museum. The whole museum is full of stained glass windows with scenes from Princess Mononoke, from Kiki's Delivery Service, from all the Ghibli films. But my favourite was, of course, it is Totoro. And this card actually pulls out, so it's a little kind of 3D image, and I thought that was absolutely fantastic. And because I'm, you know, not allowed to take photos, I couldn't resist. So I'm probably going to keep this for myself. Quite naughty there, but maybe I'll just send it to myself as a birthday card. But yeah, couldn't resist. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're coming to the end of my hoard. Like I said, there are a few things that I haven't shown you because I do want to keep them kind of secret for friends, for birthday presents. But so out of all of this, I'm going to show you my 3 absolute favourite things that I purchased when I was out there. Number 1, this came from the Studio Ghibli Museum, and you know, I had to get it. Going back, if you saw my first video, I mentioned cookies are being a big thing out in Japan, and so I got myself this Studio Ghibli cookie tin. And look at how gorgeous that is. One thing I noticed when I was at the Studio Ghibli Museum at the cafe was that they were very proud of using organic, local ingredients, you know, sourced from local farms, that kind of thing. And this thing says fine confectionery using natural ingredients. So carrying on their kind of nature-loving ethos into their merchandise. So I absolutely couldn't resist these. And also, you know, once you've eaten the biscuits inside it, you know, you've got this gorgeous tin. So I'm just going to open it up to show you, without trying to disrupt it too much, to show you what the biscuits look like inside. So there we go. Little note on what the biscuits are. So there we go, survived the journey home. As you can see, all the biscuits in there, and the middle biscuit is actually the Studio Ghibli shield. They have their own shield, which is amazing, and on the back is their back shield as well. So that looks absolutely fantastic. I'm going to keep that for a very special occasion, and then so I'll have some very lucky visitors come around to share with these with me. Now, with biscuits, you're going to love this segue. With biscuits, you know, normally you have it, if you're in England, with tea. So that brings us nicely to my second favourite thing that I bought when I was out there. And I actually bought this in a department store. So it's in this box, very unassuming box. label here that says Noritake, and I'll come back to that in a second. And then another label on the top with Mr. Totoro on it. Now this is probably one of the more insane purchases. Noritake is known in Japan and, well, the rest of the world as a very good make of china. So in the UK it will probably be Wedgwood is probably the equivalent, and it's probably something that your parents are more familiar with. It's generally something that is bought for weddings, you know, a lovely Wedgwood set of fine china, you know, plates and dinnerware and that kind of thing. So it's probably nuts, and certainly my mum was laughing her socks off at the idea of this because she was given a Wedgwood set for her wedding, and Noritake, and she's also got a Noritake set of china as well. But this is Noritake Totoro mugs, and I've got, that's the first one, and this is the second one here. I'm being very careful with these because they're very, very delicate. So there you go, Totoro designed Noritake china. They weren't actually that expensive. I expected them to be, and that's the back on there. And they've got some little designs on the inside as well and on the bottom. So I hummed and hawed over these because they had a huge set. They had traditional Japanese mugs as well. They had mugs and saucers. They had sort of plates and all that. But I thought probably what I'm going to use the most is teacups, good old teacups. And I couldn't resist the designs as well. Knowing me, I probably will collect the whole set over the years. So, you know, if anyone's looking for birthday gifts, actually don't, because they're probably more expensive than it's worth. So I'm so chuffed to have these, and I cannot wait to have some friends over to eat the Studio Ghibli biscuits and have a really nice cup of tea out of my Studio Ghibli mugs. So proud of these, and I'm also proud of the fact that I managed to bring them home without having them breaking, because they are very fine, like very delicate china here. So I'm going to carefully put these down. That leaves my #1 favourite thing that I bought out there, and you know, this is probably insane. So one of the things I saw out there was a Totoro blanket, but it was a bit too small, so I decided against it. However, in Super Potato, which I mentioned at the beginning of the Osaka journal, they had this. It is a giant Kirby blanket, and it is the softest thing, guys. This thing, oh my god, it is so soft, and it's just Kirby's giant stupid face. Look at that. And I can't believe I've bought this, but the last few days while I've been trying to get over my jet lag, I've been lying on my sofa covered in this, just snuggled up. It's so soft. It's just as soft as I imagine Kirby in real life. One of my friends is already freaked out by it because he hates Kirby, and I sort of threw this on him and he ran from the room screaming. So yeah, my giant Kirby blanket, look at that. That is my #1 favourite thing that I've brought back from Japan. So there you go. It's probably a good thing that I've come back, because I was going to run out of money very soon, given how much stuff I bought. Like I said, this is probably half of the stuff I've bought. Everything else is presents and you know, things I don't want to show you because my friends will be watching this and it is going to be their birthday presents over the next year. So yeah, it's going to be a very frugal living in the months to come, until my next Japan trip, where I buy stuff from the rest of Japan. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of little insight into my holiday and into Japan. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you kind of like the vlog style, because I've never really done one of these before, and I'm wondering about whether or not to continue doing the occasional vlog here and there so you can guys see what I'm up to, let me know what you think in the comments below. But for now, thanks for joining me. I hope you love all the stuff. I'm certainly, oh my god, these mugs, I'm absolutely in love with them. So cheers, and bye for now.